Hello friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to have a little bit of a bookish day, and I thought I would take you around with me just for funsies, but I have to go to Target and make a return, and then I'm going to go to the book exchange, which is where I unhaul all of my books because I get store credit, and then I can use that store credit on anything in the store, DVDs, records, and books. And then so I may, turn in books, get some credit, and browse and look. And then also I want to try to go to Books A Million, which is in Virginia Beach, so like the next town over, but the book exchange is in another town. So I'm going to be kind of traveling around, and I figured I'd take you with me and just kind of like show you what a bookish day looks like.
In the night, you wake me up when the sun goes down. Feelings right, you wake me up when the sun goes down. Sleepless nights, you wake me up when the sun goes down. I can't help it, baby, not myself when the sun goes down.
Dropped off my books at the book exchange, and like I said, they have a credit system, and you take your books there and they give you a quarter of what the asking price is, and they charge people 50%. So let's say a book is $20, they will sell it for $10, but if you give it to them, they'll give you $5. So after I turned in the books that I unhauled, I have store credit of $579.72, and then I bought $50 worth of books, which is really like $100 worth of books. So now in store credit I have $528.22. So I can always come here, and there were a couple of books that I saw that I kind of wanted, but I just didn't get this time. They had a hardcover copy of The Flame in the Mist, and I didn't get it because I really love the covers of the paperbacks, so I just want to wait for the paperbacks. And they had some Harry Potters. I did find a German copy of a Harry Potter book. I think I got footage of that. It's pretty hot in here. Yeah, there were, like I said, there were some books there that I definitely was considered getting, but I just didn't like this go around. But I did get some books. I have to stop off at I didn't turn in, oh, by the way, that's another thing. Sorry, I'm being so scatterbrained. Another thing is I have 2 bags like this. I don't know if you can see how big they are. These 2 brown bags right here are full of children's books, and good condition children's books. I was going to turn them in there, but they are so many children's books there. I didn't know quite how that would work. I still think the same rate applies, but I didn't want them to have to go through that. So plus I will just feel better donating those at the Friends of Library sale at my local library. And they didn't take 3 of my books, so I'm going to turn those in at the library as well. So I still need to go buy Books A Million, then I'm going to go by the library, and then I will go home and do a haul for you guys. Finally made it, and I am so tired. traffic is a little crazy, but there is a Joe Muggs here. If you've never been to Books of Wilmington before, it's kind of like how Starbucks is in Barnes & Noble. There's a Joe Muggs here, and they have coffee, obviously, so I think I'm gonna have to get some of that. The reason why I came here, I don't come here often, but they do have great bookish merch. But the number one reason I'm here is I'm hoping I find that Margaret Atwood book that I want in hardcover. Also, I just haven't been here in a while, and it's a bookstore, so let's go and check it out, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. You think I'd be better at vlogging in public, but I'm not. Anyway, I'm dropping off the books in my car. I'm gonna run into A.C. Moore, which is an arts and crafts store, and then I will be on my way to the library to donate all of the books that I have here in my back seat. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna head home, towards home. The library is like 2 blocks from where I live, so I'm just gonna head in that direction, drop off these books, and then head home, and then I will show you everything that I bought on this little outing. Extremely busy at the library. I was shocked at how busy it was, but that's kind of amazing at the same time. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go into the haul portion of this day. I'm going to show you 2 things that I got from my house. The first is this white bucket with these rope handles. I got this for like $6.50 at Ace Moore. It's intended to be one of those like buckets that you put ice and drinks in and stuff like that. I'm, however, using it for a shoe bin that I put by the back door. And I'm just gonna like set it down there, and we're gonna put shoes in it or something like that. The other thing that I got is this basket. I have no idea what it's gonna be used for, but it's just gonna be on this little shelf. So I recently got this picture frame hung up. This is my little oil diffuser. This is Willow, my fern plant named after Willow Dean from Dumpling. I got this little tray a while back at the thrift store. This is where we keep our change and our keys and our wallets and stuff like that. And then this is my picture from when I got engaged, some shells and treasures, and then this is my half of my bouquet, and then the little basket, and then we leave that bottom shelf open for my cat to get away from my dog. So yeah, so that looks a little bit more finished now, you know, with the basket there. So who knows if we'll actually use it for storage, but it's a good idea. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and go into, I got the bag. This is the bag that I brought with me. So we're gonna go into the haul portion, like the books. I'm here to show you all of the stuff that I got. I'll start with the stuff that I got using my credit at the book exchange. I got this for work for the kindergarten class, so not my class, but for Miss Early's room, because one of the units that they do is the human body, and this little model stays in there. So it's just it's the human body, and it has a whole bunch of interesting facts, and as you open it, it shows you the different pieces. So the skeletal system, and it shows you the skeletal system, and then the skeletal system 2, the urinary system, which it looks like that piece is missing, and then the circulatory system, which is like the heart, and then the respiratory system, the lungs, muscular system. I think it's just so interesting. And the nervous system. Oh, so yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe that was supposed to come out, but anyway. And then as you close it all together, so it is a little, you know, bent up and stuff, but I just thought this would be cool for her to display and like show them. This was $9.50. The first book that I came across that I decided to get was The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This wasn't the book I was planning on getting by Margaret Atwood, but my mom knows that The Giver is my favorite book of all time, and every time I explained it to her, she always said, hey, you need to check this out. And I got it from the library once, but I wasn't in the mood for it, and so I had to return it, and now I have it for when I'm in the mood for it. Like when I want to read it, I can read it, and now that I own my own copy, I can put it down, I can pick it up, I can do whatever I want with it. Like probably one of her most popular works, and I'm just happy to have a copy of it. This one I paid $8 for. Well, I didn't pay. I used store credit of $8, but they did have one for $6, but it was like written on, because all of these books are used, obviously. So I always try to find the ones in the best condition, and this one was $8, and I got it. Not the cover I wanted, but I finally have a copy. I also found this by Margaret Atwood, and this is The Year of the Flood. Again, not the book I was looking for, but it's one that I have heard great things about, and I picked this one up for $13.50, and this is about a time. Most of her books, from what I remember, are kind of like dystopian or utopian, and it's this one. There's obviously been a flood, and it's following different people as they're like rebuilding, and there's gene spliced life forms, and I don't know, it just sounds really interesting, and I'm excited that I have it in my collection now. And let's see what else I got. Oh, then I went to the young adult section, and I saw this A.S. King. I've never read A.S. King, but I know that Lala from Books and Lala likes that author. This is about life spinning out of control. Sarah's life is spinning out of control after she finds herself utterly unable to draw. Budding artist Sarah decides to take a break from school. That's when she starts seeing the other Sarahs. So, very interesting. So I'm probably going to look up some spoiler-free reviews of this, but this one was actually like in really good condition. I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know if it's been read. This one I used my store credit for $5.50. And then I checked for Colleen Hoover books because I just recently got All Your Perfects, and I got 2 books by her. These were the only 2 that they had, Slammed and Point of Retreat, which is like the second book. So I have those now, and I'm excited to read them. They're not in too bad condition. This one has a little bit of spine breakage, but nothing like major. Let's see, Slammed I paid $7.50, and I also paid $7.50 for Point of Retreat. So those are the books that I got at the book exchange. All of them were free because, you know, I used my store credit, but those are the prices to like show you if I wasn't using store credit. Then I went to Books A Million, and I really shouldn't buy books. My bookshelf is getting so full, but I bought books. I mean, a bookish day. So I'll start off by showing you these adorable socks that I could not leave without. It's by Everything Legwear. They're made in China and they have ears. And this is the pair that made me buy this whole stack of socks. They're little kitties with little ears, and then there are raccoon, and then there are owl, and then there are foxes. The fox you can probably see better on the back. I don't need more socks, but I do need ear socks apparently. So there's that. And then I got 2 books, and I was in there for a while. I saw, oh my gosh, I found a signed copy of Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I just read that and I was like, oh, I wish I had the signed copy. Then they had a signed copy of another book of hers that sounded really good, but I wasn't in the mood for paying that adult fiction price. It was almost like $30. And then I went to the young adult section and I looked around, and I don't know, I just like explored the whole store. But then I ended up in like the kids section, like the middle grade section. Also saw the cutest copy of Mary Poppins for like $6, $10. I don't even know, but I might want to go back and get it at some point because this cover was so cute. It was so cute, and it was like a thin little like paperback, and I've never read the story, but I love the movie, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so adorable. But anyway, the 2 books that I walked out of there with, Nevermore, which is a middle grade book. It's The Trials of Morgan Crow, and this is like the new middle grade that everybody's talking about. I did find Witchwood, but I put Witchwood back to give this a try, so that's saying something. And then the last thing that I got at Books A Million is the 2nd copy of The Babysitter's Club. 1 copy left of the 2nd volume. So I really did enjoy the 1st volume. This is a very nostalgic series for me. The Babysitter's Club and Sweet Valley High were books that I grew up on, and they were releasing like when I was of age to like get them as they were releasing. And I don't remember which volumes I read. I mean, I just read so many of them and they were my favorites. So when I read the 1st one, I loved it, and I want to like get all of these, and I know they stopped doing them, or I think that they did. So I just want to get the ones that they have out, and I'm trying to give them like volume by volume, and this was like $11. So I didn't spend like too much between the socks and the books and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to try to stop buying books because my shelves are already getting full. And I just unhauled a bunch of books. So I can't even imagine if I need to read. I need to read all of these books that I'm buying. That's what I need to do. So that's my next mission. That's all for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye!